Hedy Lamarr wasn't just a Hollywood icon. She was a genius who revolutionized technology. Born in Austria in 1914, she quickly rose to fame in Hollywood's golden era, starring in classics like Algiers, 1938, and Samson and Delilah, 1949. With her striking beauty and captivating screen presence, she became one of the most sought-after actresses of her time. But behind the glamorous exterior was a brilliant mind. During World War II, Lamarr co-invented a frequency-hopping communication system with composer George Antheil, a technology that later became the foundation for modern Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Her contributions to science were largely unrecognized during her lifetime, as Hollywood only saw her as a femme fatale. Despite personal struggles, failed marriages, and the industry's tendency to overshadow her intellect with her looks, Lamarr's legacy today extends far beyond cinema. She wasn't just a star, she was a pioneer, proving that beauty and brains could go hand in hand. From dazzling on the silver screen to shaping the future of wireless communication, Hedy Lamarr remains one of the most fascinating figures of the Golden Age. Betty Grable was the ultimate symbol of glamour and wartime patriotism during Hollywood's golden era. Born in 1916, she rose to stardom with her dazzling smile, flawless legs, and irresistible charm. She became the highest-paid actress in the world during the 1940s, starring in hit musicals like Down Argentine Way, 1940, Moon Over Miami, 1941, and Springtime in the Rockies, 1942. With her perfect blend of beauty, talent, and charisma, she dominated the silver screen, making her one of the most beloved entertainers of her time. However, what truly cemented Grable's status as a cultural icon was a single photograph, her famous pin-up pose in a white swimsuit, looking back over her shoulder. This image became the most popular pin-up during World War II, boosting the morale of American soldiers overseas. Despite being a box office queen, Grable remained down-to-earth, known for her humility and kindness. As Hollywood evolved, she gracefully stepped away from the spotlight, leaving behind a legacy of joy, dance, and timeless beauty. Even today, Betty Grable is remembered not just as a Golden Age superstar, but as an enduring symbol of classic Hollywood glamour. Sylvia Sidney was one of the most captivating actresses of Hollywood's golden era, known for her soulful eyes and emotionally charged performances. Born in 1910, she quickly gained fame for playing strong, yet vulnerable women caught in tragic circumstances. She was a favorite of directors like Alfred Hitchcock and Fritz Lang, starring in classics such as City Streets, 1931, Fury, 1936, and You Only Live Once, 1937. Her ability to portray deep emotion made her one of the era's most compelling dramatic actresses. Despite her success, Sidney often felt typecast in tragic roles, but she never let it limit her career. As Hollywood evolved, she transitioned into character roles, even earning an Academy Award nomination for Summer Wishes, Winter Dreams, 1973. Later, she introduced herself to a new generation with her comedic performance as Juno in Beetlejuice, 1988. With a career spanning over 6 decades, Sylvia Sidney proved that true talent never fades. She was more than just a Golden Age actress. She was a timeless performer whose presence on screen remains unforgettable. Lauren Bacall was the epitome of cool, elegance, and sophistication in Hollywood's golden era. Born in 1924, she shot to stardom with her debut film To Have and Have Not, 1944, where she starred opposite Humphrey Bogart. With her deep, husky voice, smoldering gaze, and effortless confidence, she became one of the most alluring actresses of her time. Her on-screen chemistry with Bogart turned into a real-life romance, and they became one of Hollywood's most legendary couples. Bacall quickly proved she was more than just a pretty face. She held her own in classic films like The Big Sleep, 1946, Key Largo, 1948, and How to Marry a Millionaire, 1953. While Hollywood initially branded her as a femme fatale, she later expanded her career to stage and television, winning Tony and Golden Globe Awards. Even as the industry changed, Bacall remained a commanding presence, never compromising her sharp wit or independent spirit. With a career spanning over 6 decades, Lauren Bacall's legacy is one of intelligence, strength, and timeless glamour. Her voice, her style, and her attitude remain unmatched in Hollywood history. Louise Rayner was a trailblazer in Hollywood's golden era, becoming the first actor ever to win back-to-back Academy Awards. Born in 1910 in Germany, She was discovered by MGM and quickly rose to fame with her delicate beauty and deeply emotional performances. She won her first Oscar for The Great Ziegfeld, 1936, where she played the heartbroken Anna Held, delivering the iconic telephone scene that moved audiences to tears. Just a year later, she won again for The Good Earth, 1937, portraying the humble yet strong-willed Olan, solidifying her place in Hollywood history. Despite her success, Rayner's career was short-lived. She clashed with studio executives who wanted to mold her into a traditional Hollywood star, while she longed for more meaningful roles. Frustrated with the industry, she left Hollywood and moved to Europe, appearing only occasionally in films and television. Though her time in Hollywood was brief, her impact was monumental. Louise Rayner remains an unforgettable figure, not just for her record-breaking Oscars, but for proving that true artistry transcends fame. Her performances continue to be celebrated as some of the finest in cinema history. Paul Muni was one of the most versatile and respected actors of Hollywood's golden era, known for completely transforming himself for every role. Born in 1895 in Austria-Hungary, now Ukraine, to a Jewish family, he started his career on the Yiddish theater stage before making his way to Hollywood. His breakthrough came with Scarface, 1932, where he played the ruthless gangster Tony Kamani, a performance that cemented him as one of the era's finest actors. Muni was famous for his dedication to character acting, often undergoing extensive makeup transformations to embody historical and biographical figures. He won an Academy Award for The Story of Louis Pasteur, 1936, and earned additional nominations for films like I Am a Fugitive from a Chain Gang, 1932, and The Life of Émile Zola, 1937. Unlike many of his contemporaries, he wasn't interested in fame. He preferred challenging, thought-provoking roles over box office hits. As Hollywood evolved, he returned to the stage, proving his love for pure acting over celebrity status. Paul Muni's legacy is one of artistic integrity and unmatched versatility, making him one of the most respected actors of the Golden Age. Theda Bara was one of Hollywood's first true movie stars, earning the nickname, the Vamp, for her dark, mysterious, and seductive screen persona. Born in 1885 to a Jewish family in Cincinnati, Ohio, she skyrocketed to fame in the silent film era with her breakout role in A Fool There Was, 1915. With her heavily kohl-lined eyes, flowing dark robes, and hypnotic presence, she became the ultimate symbol of exotic danger and feminine power, redefining how women were portrayed on screen. Unlike her real-life persona, which was far from the temptress she played, the studios carefully crafted her image as an otherworldly seductress, even claiming she was born in the Egyptian desert under mystical circumstances. Though she starred in over 40 films, most of her work has been lost due to fires in the Fox film archives. Despite this, her impact on cinema remains undeniable. She paved the way for future femme fatale, proving that a woman could dominate the screen with charisma alone. Theda Bara's legacy lives on as one of Hollywood's first and most iconic silent film legends. John Garfield was one of Hollywood's first antiheroes, bringing raw intensity and realism to the screen long before method acting became the norm. Born Jacob Julius Garfinkel in 1913 to a Jewish immigrant family in New York, he grew up on the tough streets of the Lower East Side. His working-class roots and rebellious spirit shaped his acting style, making him one of the most authentic and relatable stars of the golden era. Garfield made his breakthrough in Four Daughters, 1938, earning an Oscar nomination for his role as a troubled musician. He went on to star in classics like The Postman Always Rings Twice, 1946, Body and Soul, 1947, and Force of Evil, 1948, often playing tough, morally complex characters who struggled against the system. Unlike the polished leading men of the time, Garfield's performances were gritty and full of emotional depth. However, his career was tragically cut short when he was blacklisted during the Hollywood Red Scare. Unable to work in films, his health deteriorated, and he died of a heart attack at just 39. Despite his untimely death, John Garfield remains a trailblazer, inspiring later actors like Marlon Brando and James Dean with his raw, naturalistic style. Kirk Douglas was one of the last surviving legends of Hollywood's golden era, known for his intense performances, signature dimpled chin, and relentless determination. Born Isser Danilovich in 1916 to Jewish immigrant parents in New York, he overcame a tough childhood to become one of the most celebrated actors of his time. His breakthrough came with Champion, 1949, where he played a ruthless boxer, earning his first Academy Award nomination and establishing himself as a leading man. Throughout his career, Douglas was known for playing complex, morally ambiguous characters in films like Ace in the Hole, 1951, Lust for Life, 1956, and the iconic Spartacus, 1960. Beyond acting, he was a fearless advocate for justice, famously breaking the Hollywood blacklist by hiring blacklisted writer Dalton Trumbo for Spartacus, helping to end the era of McCarthyism in the industry. His influence extended beyond film, as he became a humanitarian, donating millions to charities and causes worldwide. With a career spanning over 6 decades, Kirk Douglas left behind a legacy of resilience, talent, and integrity. He wasn't just a movie star, he was a fighter, both on and off the screen, and his impact on Hollywood will never be forgotten. Molly Picon was a trailblazer who brought charm, wit, and boundless energy to both Yiddish theater and Hollywood. Born in 1898 to Jewish immigrant parents in New York, she became one of the most beloved figures in Jewish entertainment. She started her career in vaudeville before becoming a superstar in Yiddish films, delighting audiences with her comedic timing and expressive performances. Her most famous early film, Yiddle Mitten Fiddle, 1936, showcased her ability to blend humor with heartfelt storytelling, making her an international sensation. As Hollywood embraced her talent, Picon transitioned into English-language films and television, appearing in classics like Come Blow Your Horn, 1963, and Fiddler on the Roof, 1971, where she played Yent, the matchmaker. She brought Jewish culture to the mainstream with pride, proving that Yiddish theater was more than a niche art form. It was a vital part of American entertainment. With a career spanning nearly 8 decades, Molly Picon's legacy remains as a pioneer who kept Yiddish theater alive while charming audiences worldwide with her humor, warmth, and undeniable talent. Danny Kaye was a one-of-a-kind entertainer, blending comedy, music, and acting into a career that made him one of Hollywood's most beloved stars. Born David Daniel Kaminsky in 1911 to Ukrainian Jewish immigrants, he grew up in Brooklyn and discovered his gift for entertaining early on. His big break came with Up in Arms, 1944, which showcased his rapid-fire comedic delivery, slapstick humor, and incredible ability to switch between accents and personalities in an instant. Kaye became a household name with films like The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, 1947, The Inspector General, 1949, and the holiday classic White Christmas, 1954, where he starred alongside Bing Crosby. But he wasn't just a movie star, he was a talented singer, dancer, and humanitarian. His work as a UNICEF ambassador, using his charm to help children worldwide, proved that his heart was as big as his talent. Whether making audiences laugh with his tongue-twisting songs or dazzling them with his physical comedy, Danny Kaye was a true original. His legacy as a joyful, multi-talented performer continues to inspire generations of comedians and entertainers today. Paulette Goddard was the embodiment of glamour, wit, and charm during Hollywood's golden era. Born in 1910, she started her career as a fashion model before making her way to the silver screen. Her big break came when she starred alongside Charlie Chaplin in Modern Times, 1936, where her radiant beauty and playful energy captivated audiences worldwide. This film made her a star, and her relationship with Chaplin, both on and off screen, kept her in the Hollywood spotlight. Goddard continued her rise with standout performances in films like The Women, 1939, The Great Dictator, 1940, and Reap the Wild Wind, 1942. She was even a top contender for the role of Scarlett O'Hara in Gone with the Wind, 1939, though the part ultimately went to Vivien Leigh. Despite this, she remained one of the most sought-after actresses of the era, known for her sparkling personality and sophisticated screen presence. Beyond Hollywood, Goddard was a savvy businesswoman, making smart financial decisions that ensured her independence. Her legacy is one of talent, resilience, and timeless elegance, proof that beauty and intelligence were a powerful combination in the golden age of cinema. Sam Jaffe was one of Hollywood's most distinguished character actors, known for his intelligence, versatility, and ability to bring depth to every role he played. Born in 1891 to a Jewish family in New York, he initially pursued a career in engineering before his passion for acting led him to Broadway and, eventually, Hollywood. His breakthrough came with Gunga Din, 1939, where he played the titular heroic water-bearer, delivering a performance that remains iconic to this day. Jaffe's career flourished with unforgettable roles in films like The Asphalt Jungle, 1950, where he played a mastermind criminal, and Ben-Hur, 1959, where he portrayed the wise and compassionate Simonides. He also left a mark on television, most notably as Dr. Zorba in Ben Casey. However, like many actors of his time, Jaffe's career was disrupted by the Hollywood blacklist during the McCarthy era, but he later made a triumphant return. With his distinctive voice, expressive face, and ability to play everything from noble mentors to cunning villains, Sam Jaffe built a legacy as one of the finest character actors of classic Hollywood. His contributions to cinema remain a testament to his remarkable talent and resilience.